Hi guys, I am back, and I am back with something that I am so passionate about. This is probably going to be my favorite video. I could talk about this all day, but I won't do that to you guys. I'm talking about food, specifically my favorite cookbooks. I have 3. I will have 4, but it hasn't been published and won't be until 2018, so I'll update this then. But right now I'm operating off of 3 cookbooks, and then of course the recipes that are in my brain. So I'll start with Thug Kitchen. So I got this for my birthday. This was a hot item. I wanted this so bad for my birthday last year, and my girls got it for me. I have the best crew. So this cookbook I like because what it does is it says cook healthy, vegan options and make it super easy. So the essence of this book is handle your business in the kitchen. So the reason I like it is because it breaks things up into what to keep in your pantry at all times to be able to cook out of this cookbook. So if you have these things stacked in your pantry at all times, any of these recipes you'd be able to cook. It also gives you a lot of education surrounding health. So let's say, for instance, you like tofu. It'll compare the nutritional breakdown between tofu and tempeh. And actually, a lot of people don't know this, but tempeh is actually higher in protein. And so a lot of people naturally refer to tofu, not knowing there's another option if you don't like tofu or the texture of tofu that's actually even healthier. So that's one reason I like this cookbook. I like the font of this cookbook. I find that I follow cookbooks better if they're well written and aesthetically pleasing, and so I really like the font of this cookbook. It also breaks it down to some interesting things. I will tell you, my favorite recipe out of this cookbook is the vegan pozole, and it's amazing. There's also buffalo style sriracha peanut dipping sauce cauliflower wings, which I've made the cauliflower wings and they're the bomb. I want to show you guys this pozole recipe though, because it is so good. They have things like tortilla soup, pumpkin chili, pozole rojo. This is the recipe. This is a vegan, completely vegan pozole, which if you've eaten pozole, you know how bomb that is. That would be really hard to make it vegan, and they nailed it. Everything is made from scratch, so easy. Most of these recipes take 30 minutes or less. So I really like this cookbook. Moving on, my husband and I got this cookbook in January, and the reason we got it was because we wanted some newer ideas for our Daniel's fast that we do with our church. And so we went to the bookstore and found this cookbook. And initially I didn't want to get the cookbook because it was so expensive. It was like, let's see if it's on here. I want to say it was like close to $40 or $30. It was $30. So that's a lot, especially because I know how to cook. So a lot of these things I could kind of just wing it and create something. I'm so glad my husband bought this. And one of the things, because it was so expensive, he said to me was, you better cook a lot out of this cookbook. Do you know, as soon as this man bought me this cookbook, I made so many things. It's broken up into things like breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner, dessert, and everything I have tasted out of this cookbook is amazing. I'll name my favorites, but this is something that you guys want to get. This cookbook is called Oh She Glows Every Day, and that's important to note because she has multiple cookbooks, and the author's name is Angela Lydon. I will buy another cookbook of hers. It's that good. The other thing to note, in this cookbook, not only do they have vegan options, they have gluten-free options, nut-free, soy-free, grain-free, oil-free, and kid-friendly. So this gives you even more options, including if you're not a vegan. You can choose multiple other options here. I'm thinking as I find it for you guys, but there's a portobello. It's like a marinated portobello bowl made with, so you make the portobellos and then you make a mashed potato substance out of cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. Bomb. Might be my favorite. Here it is actually. It's called the Marinated Portobello Mushroom Bowl. How good does that look? This book taught me how to cook with coconut aminos and tamari and tahini. This one was another favorite of mine, sun-dried tomato pasta. You would not know this by tasting it, but this sauce would remind you of the consistency of an Alfredo, and it's made out of soaked cashews and chili peppers, and it was the business. Sun-dried tomatoes. What's another one that I really liked out of this cookbook? There's a dessert I liked out of here as well. My husband loved the shepherd's pie, and of course this is vegan as well. Really, really good. The pictures are awesome in this cookbook. What else did I make? I've made a ton of stuff out of here. I've made the golden French lentil stew, which is a winter favorite of mine. And if you know me, you know that I love lentils. So, but I want to show you guys cast iron tofu, which is the best way to make tofu. And I'll show you why. You guys have to get this cookbook, but she teaches you all of these different tricks on how to prepare food properly. And one of the things with me that I did not like tofu, it wasn't the taste, it was the texture. To me, it reminded of soaking hot dogs in water. That was the texture, and getting that like weird. So she has a recipe in here for cast iron tofu, which is very firm. It would remind you almost of like a consistency of fried chicken. Like that crunch on the outside and the tenderness on the inside, but you do it with books and cheesecloth, and who would have thought it changed the game for tofu. I will eat tofu made this way any day. Oh, I have another recipe that I loved. So this is one, peanut butter balls, which is vegan, and they are bomb. And there is a soba noodle salad, and I'm looking for that now. It is delicious. I've made this multiple times. It has the cast iron tofu in it. And so good for you. Wonderful option for gluten-free. There's a curry chickpea sandwich that would remind you of egg salad sandwich, but like the consistency, but it tastes like a curry. Very filling, and it's made out of chickpeas, so that's wonderful. Gosh, I wish I could find the soba noodle salad. The soba noodle salad is bomb. She has things like parfaits for breakfast. So I would highly recommend this cookbook. I will use this forever. You can see the bend in it. I've used it multiple times. There's cooking stains on here. This one, bomb. This is my newest addition to the cookbook collection. Madeline Shaw. I just stumbled across this woman. She's all over Instagram, all over Facebook. I follow her on her website now. But there's actually a few cookbooks she's written. I ordered this one a while ago, Beautiful Eating, and actually I love this cookbook so much that I just ordered another cookbook of hers, and it's called Get the Glow. This cookbook I like because it breaks things up into seasons, and she's not vegan, she's not vegetarian. She's really big on eating things that are seasonal and buying from local farmers because it puts back into your community. And so the essence of this book is that if you eat things that are seasonal and locally grown, you're getting the proper nutrients at the right time because they're at the prime of their harvest. So the reason I like this cookbook, aside from the amazing freaking recipes, the dope pictures, I love it because she breaks it up into, with all in mind the seasonal thing, she breaks it into seasons. So she tells you what you should eat during each season. She does a few breakfasts, 2 snacks, 2 lunchbox ideas for lunch, and then she does dinners and desserts. So one of the things that really captured my attention as far as recipes go with her is, of course, winter, because I'm just like a stew fanatic. So I'll show you guys a couple pictures. This one has really caught my eye. This is called the cashew and chickpea chicken curry. Look at that. Doesn't that just look amazing? It looks so good to me. Let me just find a few more. I'll show you one of her lunchbox things because it's really just quite an innovative idea. She does a ton of porridges, which oatmeal is probably one of my favorite things. Here's a lunchbox kit that she makes. How wonderful does that look? I think this is called, yeah, this is the asparagus, boiled egg, olive, and green bean bowl. She's amazing. I've made a few things out of hers, and she just keeps coming with it. The cool thing about her, too, is she actually lists things to eat. So, for instance, in the winter, the fruits you should eat are apples, blood oranges, clementines, cranberries, passion fruit, pears, pineapple. So she lists it out from meat, poultry, fish, vegetables. So it's a really cool cookbook. The back of her cookbook kind of gives you a little bit of a sneak peek. This would be winter, fall, I think this is summer, and spring. So it's an amazing cookbook, and I cannot wait. And this was only 20 bucks. If you get this on Amazon, it's only like $21 plus shipping. If you get it from the bookstore, it's a little bit more expensive. I'm not the type that will actually publish people's recipes. Now, if I find a recipe online and I make it, then I'll show you guys. But this is worth buying. I'm telling you guys right now, it is worth buying. I'll let you guys know when I get the Glow cookbook in. The other cookbook that I'm in the market for, and it hasn't been published, is called Hot for Food. If you guys have a chance to check their YouTube channel out, it is an all vegan cookbook that she's working on, but she has a wonderful YouTube channel, and it talks about how to prepare vegan food, and it's a really simple approach to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys can glean something out of one of these 3 cookbooks. I will be cooking out of these nonstop all year long, and these are some of the best cookbooks that I've ever seen, and I really don't own cookbooks because it's all up here. So why don't you guys comment below and let me know what your favorite cookbooks are, and I'll be whipping stuff up and sharing it with you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.